What's up, everybody, man? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, my name is JR, and I did 10 years in the Georgia Department of Correction, man. And I share prison stories. I let y'all know what was going on while I was behind the walls. Again, I just want to thank everybody, man, for the 10K followers. I can't stop saying it, man, for real. Big up to everybody. Enough respect, man. Come on, let me take y'all to the dorm, tell y'all about another prison story, man. And these are some of the reasons why you should stay out of trouble, so you won't have to end up behind the bars, so you won't have to be in somebody else's prison content, be a part of their prison stories. You ain't got to get jumped on, you ain't got to get forced in a gang, you ain't just got to go through all the type of stuff that people be going through while they're behind the walls, man. So let's go, man. So I'm at Smith State Prison, bro. We probably got there this story like probably been there like a month, bro. Probably been there like a month. Me and C-Bill, we in the dorm together, whatever. We on the south side. And these guys had something going on in the dorm. A guy pulled up on me one day, and he was introducing something to me. He's like, man, what's up, rude boy? I was like, what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? I known him from being in the dorm over the month I was in the dorm. And he was like, oh, you be going to the store? Say, I like, yeah, I be going sometimes, bro. But at the time, my books was jammed up, bro, because before I left Riverbend, I got caught with a cell phone. I got caught with a cell phone, and I got caught with a USB, they call it a pigtail, but it's the end of the part that you plug in the phone. It's like this much. They'll cut it off. They call it a pigtail, and guys usually will strip the wires or whatever, and you could put it onto batteries, or you could put an end on it to where you could plug it to like an adapter or something like that to a regular charger, so you don't have to have a whole long wire. It's real short, easy to hide and stuff. But I got caught with that, and I got caught with a cell phone. Those are two different incidents, and those was a part of the reason why I got transferred to Smith State Prison, bro, while they raised my security from Riverbend. So each time you get caught with a cell phone in the Department of Correction, or you get caught with a pigtail or any type of stuff like that that got to do with the cell phones, bro, they're going to charge you $100. So I had like a negative $200 on my books or something like that. So at the time, but I was pretty much good because I was hustling, you know what I'm saying? And I get like Cash Apps, or not Cash App at the time, but Green Dot at the time. And I get like PayPals, and I cash them out. You know what I'm saying? Get food or whatever. So he pulled up on me. He was like, hey, look, I got a proposal for you. Feel me? Sound like, what you talking about, blood dude? He was like, look, bro, I could load your books up for you. Feel me? Instantly, I just knew something was wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing that is that sweet like that. He's like, bro, I'll load your books up. We do a 60-40 split. I'm like, what you talking about? He's like, look, bro, if you go to the store for $60, you know what I'm saying? I get $40 and you get $20. Whatever. So I'm like, nah, I was like, bro, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Being at this place, bro, I was already skeptical. I didn't want to go in no type of business with anybody that I ain't really know like that. And I just knew it was something flaky. I knew it was something funny. So I was like, nah, bro, I'm good. So anyways, I was talking to Bill about it. You know what I'm saying? I was telling Bill, I was like, Bill, this nigga just pulled up on me, asking me, boop, boop, boop. So Bill was like, yeah, some of my folks was just saying that to me if I wanted to put some money on my books. So I was like, bro, I'm good. Anyways, bro, I'm talking to this white dude in the dorm, and he the one that introduced me. He came back to me. He came to me and he was like, yeah, bro, my homeboy is Ghostface brother, and this was a dude named Twisted. You know what I'm saying? This was the dude that was actually doing everything, bro. You had a lot of guys who was trying to get in on it. You know what I'm saying? Bloods, GDs, and Crips and stuff like that, bro. And they'll try to use him. You feel me? They'll get people to put money on their books, and they'll split it down with him, split their little 60% down with him. So Bill was telling me, like, yeah, some of his guys was telling him about that. The white dude, he was like, yeah, bro, my homeboy be doing it, man. Ain't nobody else. Everybody else that be coming to you talking about they could put money on your books, they going through my peoples. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, Twisted. The white dude, Twisted. And I remember seeing this dude in the dorm. But you don't never see him like that, bro. The only time you see this guy, man, is during inspection or count time or something like that. He's one of these guys that always in the room. And I was like, bro, I don't never see him. But it's one of the reasons now I start to understand. He's always in there. He's always working on the phone. He always putting plays together, bro. These guys was loading dudes' books up, bro. On store day sometime, bro. You see everybody in the dorm, bro. For those who were not on store restriction, because there was a lot of people in there on store restriction, bro. Guys is always getting caught with knives, getting caught up with phones. Dude might have jacking charges, B11 charges. Dude might just cuss out the police. They might get on store restriction, get a write-up or whatever. So like I tell you at the time, this was a really like hot dorm, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was really hot in there. So the white dude was telling me like, yeah, man, my homeboy do this and do that. He just went to spilling the whole beans to me. And I'm like, bro, this dude don't even know me from nowhere, but he went to spilling the beans to me. So I was like, yeah. So he was like, yeah, bro, them other guys, they be pressing guys about that, by putting money on their books. I was like, yeah, somebody had pulled up on me, but I'm like, bro, I'm straight. He's like, bro, I do a 50-50 split with you, bro. They be trying to do be 60-40 split. I said, bro, I'm good, bro. I don't want no parts of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm good, because one thing I know about stuff like that, anything that's too good to be true, bro, it's always going to come back at you some type of way, some type, shape, way, or form, bro. Of course, they're using stolen cards and stolen information to actually load this stuff on your books. And at this time in the Georgia Department of Correction, bro, you didn't really they end up changing the rules of how you put money on your books because of this reason, bro. Before that, anybody could put money on your JPay account. You was going through JPay. Anybody could put JPay money on your JPay account, bro. Anybody. Your girlfriend, mama, friend, cousin, this, that, and the third. Now, they ended up changing it to where it's only people that's on your visitation could put money on your books. So this way, they could hold you more accountable for your actions, if y'all get what I'm saying. So whoever is on your visitation, if that person, if your mama is not on your visitation, if your daddy's not on your visitation, if your sister, your uncle, your brother is not on your visitation, they cannot put no money on your books. But let's just go back now to what I was saying, into the story. So while I'm there now, you had a lot of new guys who actually coming into the dorm, bro. And what these guys would do, some of the gang members, bro, they pulling up on them ASAP. You feel me? They like, bro, they telling about the scheme they got going on. They could put money on their books. They put $500-$600 on one person book at a time. You know what I'm saying? They'll actually do that. And when they go to store every week, they'll take that percentage out of they groceries or their commissary, whatever they get, bro, and they'll wait for next week and the next week and the next week like that. Mind you, you have a lot of guys, bro, who don't really have nothing much. They people might not send them no money. They might not even have family, bro. Their family might have done passed away. You gotta understand, there been guys that been in here since they 13, 14 years old, bro, and now they're in their 50s, early 50s, late 40s, going up. So their family member might have passed away. They don't have no contact outside in the free world at that time, bro. So they could depend on stuff like that, bro. They hustle and depends on little schemes like that guys be coming up with inside the prison system, bro. So they move like that, bro. But for the new guys who be coming in, bro, if you're pretty much soft, bro, these guys pulling up on you, pressing you. They be like, hey, bro, let me use your books. And you might be like, nah, man, I'm going to the store. Them folk, man, like, listen, man, what's the GDC number, man? Get your GDC number and everything, bro, and put all that stuff on your books. Fill out the store list and everything. Put your name and your GDC number on there. You don't know nothing, bro. When store call come, bro, all you know, these folks calling your name to come and get a whole $60 bag of store. When you go out there and you get it, bro, as soon as that store call is gone, bro, them folk pulling up to your room, hey, man, let me get that bag, man. I'll put that money on your books, man. Here go the receipt right here. There was running schemes like that. So I remember it was one guy particularly, he came in the dorm, bro, and you could tell it was a young kid, bro, but he was big young kid. You could tell he was a country dude, bro. I was like, man, this nigga look like he been playing football since he was knee high. Johnny Boy, that's what they call him. His name was Johnny Boy. And Johnny Boy was the type of guy, bro, you could tell he was country. He didn't really care about nothing like that, bro. I remember one time, the police always tell him, as soon as he come in the dorm, bro, he get to walking around with his shirt off. He was real big, bro. So guy was looking at him like, who the hell he think he is, bro? He just come in the dorm, he just super comfortable and everything like that, bro. And Johnny Boy was also a civilian. He wasn't affiliated with nothing, bro. But while he was in there, you see guys pulling up on him, bro. The Bloods pull up on him. I remember the first time the Bloods pulled up on him, bro. Listen, bro. Him and them got to fighting in the room, bro. They were whooping him in the room, bro. But Johnny Boy didn't lay down, bro, because I guess they was trying to get him to join the gang, and Johnny Boy wasn't going for it. Johnny Boy fought him, bro. They jumped on him, but he fought, bro. He came out with a lot of bruises and some cartoon knots, but guess what? He kept it solid, bro. He ain't told, he ain't put himself on the door and nothing like that. Guess what? He stayed in the paint, bro. And guess what? Them folks left Johnny Boy alone, bro. They left Johnny Boy alone. So Johnny Boy now, one of the guys there done got Johnny Boy account, bro. He got his GDC number and all that type of stuff, bro. And went to store, load Johnny Boy books up, bro, like $600-700, bro. And went to store in Johnny Boy's name. But because of how Johnny Boy used to carry himself, people used to think that Johnny Boy didn't have nobody on the street, bro. You know what I'm saying? He had no folks who was sending him money and stuff like that. So the first time Johnny Boy went to go collect his store bag, you know what I'm saying? Boom. I guess the list that they put in, that they made with the store list that they made, didn't go through. The one that Johnny Boy made went through. You know what I'm saying? Because his folks actually put money on his account. And I'm sure that Johnny Boy, when he checked his account, he probably seen a whole bunch of money on there and probably be like, man, mama, you sent me this much money. And mama probably like, nah, I ain't send you that much money. But when he went and collect that store bag, bro, and they end up opening the doors and stuff like that, I remember them folks pulling up on him like whoop, whoop, whoop. And it was a big incident in the dorm, bro. It was a huge incident in the dorm, bro. Because Johnny Boy was like, man, look, man, my mama got the receipt. You know what I'm saying? Because when somebody put money on your books, bro, you would get a call out. It's like a receipt. You know what I'm saying? The officer will pass it out. It comes with mail call. So they had called him. He got a receipt, and he had also got a receipt from that $600-700 that they had put on his books. So Johnny Boy was telling them for like, hey man, look man, my mama put money in my books. So the blood dude, I told you he was really trying to be slick, bro. He was like, man, well man, I put money on your books too, bro. So what you going? Johnny Boy was like, look man, this is my food. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Johnny Boy was real country, real loud. I remember he was at the dope, man. He was standing at the dope. Like, man, this my food, man. Ain't none of y'all taking my food. This my food, man. I ain't going for that. I ain't going. He was a big young kid, bro. Country as ever, bro. Man, that man was so country, man. Barefoot. He was barefooted and everything, bro. He had no shirt on. He's standing at the door like, man, y'all come in here if y'all want to. And like I said, bro, these folks know they had to jump him like a couple days before that, bro. But guess what? He still was fighting, bro. He was still talking trash, and they just left him alone, bro. So now again, it was kind of iffy, bro. You feel me? I remember two of them. They had them whipped out tools and everything. But the blood dude who was actually running the scheme and actually telling him like he the one that put money on his books, he was telling the younger guys, which is his little homies, they was telling them, man, y'all chill, don't bust him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't bust him because it's gonna cause too much problem. He was like, look, bro, next week I'm getting some of that money off your books. So Johnny Boy was like, look, man, my mama put money on my books. Y'all came to me with this, and I told y'all ain't with it, and y'all still put money on my books. I ain't giving y'all nothing. That's what he said, bro. And I was like, dang, boy, Johnny Boy serious, boy. Johnny Boy not playing. You feel me? He is not playing at all, bro. So everything was kind of went smooth, bro, after that. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Boy, he still walked around, didn't care about nothing in the world, bro. And I kept seeing different organizations. I seen the GDs, they pull up on him. You know what I'm saying? They pull up on him with the chopping. I'm sure they asking him, like, what happened? Or these folks try to do you wrong. And I'm sure they was trying to reel him in. You feel me? Because everybody seen Johnny Boy and seen that Johnny Boy wasn't scared. He was a big, young kid, stand up, had a lot of heart. And when they actually see that in Chain Gang, they'll try to recruit you, bro. They'll definitely try to recruit you. They definitely gonna pull up on you and tell you like, hey man, you GD material, or you blood material, or you Crip material, and all type of stuff like that. But Johnny Boy, he wasn't bending and folding. He held his own, bro. He held his own. And when the next store day came around, bro, Johnny Boy went back for the same thing, bro, for the same 60 ball. But this time, these guys actually filled out a store list. Johnny Boy's store list didn't go in, but their store list went in for the stuff that they ordered. So when they called Johnny Boy for the store, Johnny Boy was like, look, I didn't order that stuff. He out there cussing the store lady, man. Like, I didn't order that stuff. I don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all take that shit back. I ain't order that. I don't know where y'all get this store list from. That ain't mine. I don't even eat half of this stuff, bro. A whole bunch of candies and sodas and all type of stuff, man. So Johnny Boy was pissed, bro. He was pissed. He went cussing them folks out and everything, man. After them folks left, them folks got mad, bro. Cause guess what? A couple folks wasn't about to get their store call after that, bro. So them folk was mad. Them folk left out the dorm, bro. When they opened the doors, Johnny boy, them folk was about to get on Johnny boy ass. They was like, look, bro, we ain't get our store, bro. Like I said, majority of the dorm got their store, but some people didn't get it. Cause the whole incident, the store lady got mad and was like, she was gonna leave. She went over there to G1 side and started doing store call over there. So after they cussing Johnny boy out, people going to the police, beating on the boot. Hey man, I ain't get my store call, man. Y'all can't do that because this man doing this, this, and the third. Everybody arguing, complaining to the police. They end up calling the unit manager down there, the LT down there. So there was like, the store lady was like, after she finished with G1, she gonna come back and finish with the folks that's left over here, bro. But the blood dudes, they was mad at Johnny boy again, boy. Johnny boy, he was like, man, I ain't care. He's like, bro, I did not order that. Whatever money y'all put on my books, y'all need to get it off. Get it off. But there's no way of pulling it off, bro. He just has to go to the store to actually get this money off, bro, and give him their percentage. But like I said, he didn't tell him, no, he didn't give him the green light to go ahead and put the money on his books, bro. They just got his real name, got his GDC number, and they put the money on his books and forcibly. That's how they do a lot of guys, like I was saying earlier, bro. They'll just forcibly put that stuff on you, and you have to just take it and be like, you know what I'm saying? Johnny boy wasn't going for it though. He wasn't going for it, bro. So that caused a lot of tension in the dorm, bro. And this white dude, Twisted, bro. Twisted was loading. Listen, bro, he's loading everybody books up in the dorm, bro. Folks, $800-900 in the dorm. So at the time in the GDC, this was going on a lot. Now at the private camp, it wasn't like that at the private camp. Folks had to be on your visitation to get in there. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't JPay that was running that. They used a different type of system when I was at Riverbend. But in the GDC, bro, it was going crazy at the time, bro. It was definitely going crazy. And this was causing a lot of problem, bro. The Bloods, the GDs, everybody, bro. Everybody was playing a part. You know what I'm saying? This white boy was real smart, bro. He was getting all the card numbers, doing all this, doing all that. They putting the press on him. You know what I'm saying? They putting the press on him. They might get a cut out of everything. Everybody, they putting money on people books all over the compound, bro. Every day you see guys bringing in food. They might go to the mess hall. They might get the food. Sometimes you see ice call coming in. It ain't nothing but a big old bag of food in the ice cooler, bro. You know what I'm saying? People getting food from everywhere, from money they don't put on everybody's books, bro. So everybody was calling to the dorm or coming to the window like, man, what's up, man? Who over there loading books? Who over there doing that? So the white dude, he was really, really popular, bro, for that at that time, bro. And one of the things about this white dude, bro, he never used to flex, but sometime, bro, he'll come out and he'd be like, man, I got $25 for a soda. A can of soda was nothing but 65 cents, bro. And he'll come out, he'll say he got a $25 green dot at the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? At the time, Cash App, I don't think Cash App was in at the time, bro. He'd be like, I got a $25 green dot or $25 PayPal just for a canned soda that's 65 cents, bro. Everybody be like, man, hell. People be saving sodas in the dorm just for him, bro, because he be drinking sodas like crazy, bro. I remember he ended up had to pull up on Johnny Boy, you know what I'm saying, and told Johnny Boy, just go ahead and get that stuff off the book, because at the time, Twisted was like, he didn't want his name. His name was already buzzing on compound, bro. And one thing, when your name get the buzzing on compound, yeah, those informants, the same informants that's wear the same inmates that wear the blue stripes just like everybody else, they're actually informants, man. It's a lot of them going to tell all the business that's going on voluntarily, bro. These folks ain't got to ask them. You got some guys who be getting them warden bags and all type of stuff like that. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and tell it all, bro. They're going to tell all the spots where the phones at, who's running all these elaborate schemes and chain gang, all that stuff, bro. So Twisted was trying to goddamn cool everything down. So I remember they said that he pulled up on Johnny Boy and told Johnny Boy, like, man, just go ahead and get that money off your books, bro, and give these folks, because Twisted knew that these folks was going to pull up on Johnny Boy every week at store, bro, and he seen that it wasn't going to go good. Johnny Boy wasn't going to bend and fold for these blood dudes, bro. He was spending his own money that his mama sent him on his books, bro. He didn't care about the money that they loaded on his books, which actually Twisted was the one that did it, but it went through the Bloods. So Twisted was like, man, go ahead and get it off your books or whatever like that, man. And so when Johnny Boy actually found out that it was actually this white dude that actually physically put the money on his books, he was mad at him even more, bro. He was mad at him. I remember him cussing in the dorm. You goddamn crack. You know what I'm saying? He called him a K word, bro. You know what I'm saying? Called him the K word. You put that money on my books. My mama put money on my books. I don't need y'all doing that. I don't want y'all money, man. I don't want to have nothing to do with y'all. But everybody was telling him, like, man, just go ahead and get the money off your books. He wasn't going for it at all, bro. Johnny Boy was like, man, I'm not going for it, bro. But like I said, Twisted was just trying to make everything calm, bro. He was like, bro, just get it off your books, bro. So it won't have to be no problem with these guys, because my name is going to get caught. Once they find out it's about some fraudulent activities and stuff, because they going to find out, bro. People going to tell, bro. Guys, man, Chain Gang got some of the biggest rats, bro. Some of the biggest informants in the dorm, bro. Some of the ones that act like they the most gangsters, tattoos on their face, gang member, this, that, and the third. Not just the old dudes or old white dudes or old black dudes, nah. It's some of the young ones too. All of them be telling, bro. All of them be telling. I ain't making no excuses for none of them, bro. All of them be telling, bro. You be surprised at the ones that be telling, bro. Yeah. So they was telling Johnny Boy, like, man, just get it off. A lot of people was telling, like, just get it off, bro. The next story, man, listen, man, same incident again. This is like the third week, bro. Johnny Boy bucked on them folks again, bro. Johnny Boy bucked on them folks again. I remember when the store call came, bro. Twister was the one that actually went down there. You feel me? Because the blood was actually working the anger as far as like, hey, man, just go talk to him, man. Offer him something and see if he'll get it off or whatever. Man, Twister went down there, man. Listen, man. Them folks, listen. Johnny Boy was not playing, man. Johnny Boy chumped that white dude off, man. Now, Twisted, he was kind of, Twisted probably was like, let me say about 230, something like that. You know what I'm saying? He was probably about 6'2", tall white dude, bro. Had a flat face, bro. Tattoos all over. Yeah, tattoos all over his face and stuff like that. So he went down there, bro, when they're talking. Johnny Boy went to chumping him off, bro. Like I said, get out of his room, all that type of stuff, bro. So Twisted went back, bro, and was like, man, look, man, I remember everybody in the dorm. I'm posted up there on the rail just watching this stuff, bro. Twisted went down there like, look, man, we'll work something out, bro. Just get the money off your books. He's like, man, I ain't doing that. The Bloods went down there, bro. They pissed at him again. You know what I'm saying? They went in the room, brawling again, bro. They sent like 3 dudes in the room. Listen, boy, all you heard was like a whole bunch of gorillas in there fighting, bro. And you heard somebody out the room like, man, don't bust him, man. Hope y'all don't bust him. Somebody was standing at the door, bro, making sure ain't nobody else going there. Man, y'all don't bust him, man. Just beat him up. Listen, bro, when they opened that door, it didn't go how they thought it was gonna go, bro. One of them blood dudes, bro, he ran up out their room so fast, bro. Johnny Boy was still in there. He just swinging. Boom, when that door flew open. Boom, 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 boom. So they called the other 2 dudes out the room. They were trying to hang in there. They was hanging, but Johnny Boy wasn't going out bad again, bro. He decided he wasn't going to get whooped or wasn't going to get them cartoon nuts again. He said, no, sir. So anyways, bro, they sent the white boy back down there again, bro, after everything had been cooled down. And Johnny Boy in the room, some of the guys in the dorm was like, man, y'all just chill, man. Let that go. All that whoop, whoop, whoop. So they sent the white boy back down there to go talk to him, bro. Man, listen, man, Johnny Boy done fired off on that white boy Twisted in the room, bro. Yeah, busted his whole snot box running. Man, Twisted came up out of that room so fast, man. He came up out of there like this. Nothing but blood running out. So everybody was like, man, this little young dude is off the chain, bro. I was looking at it, I was like, man, this dude ain't going for nothing. I was telling C Bill, I was like, bro, this nigga ain't going for nothing strange. That nigga Bill was like, hell yeah, boy, he a real one. He not playing, bro. Johnny Boy was not playing, bro. So folks was like, man, listen, man, leave Holmes alone, bro. Y'all leave him alone, bro. And it became to the point, it was funny, bro, because like I said, I explained this early in the story, but I'm gonna say it again, bro. Like a month after that, bro, they ended up locking all them folks' books up, bro. If you ever used like fraudulent cards on your books, bro, your books was locked. You had to pay all that money back, bro. You had to pay all that money back. So Johnny Boy books that end up getting locked up, bro, with all that money on there, negative $600-700, bro. Negative, bro. You know what I'm saying? I remember Johnny Boy cussing in the dorm. See, man, y'all niggas got my books locked up, man. Y'all locked my books up. It was a lot of guys, bro, who was in debt. A lot of guys been doing this scheme for months, bro. They were doing this scheme for months, and when JP finally caught up to it, bro, and made it to where it was only people that was on your visitation could put money on your books, or if you ever use any fraudulent cards to put money on your books, bro, your books was going to be in a negative for whatever amount that you had put on your books, bro. A lot of guys, bro, a lot of guys was pissed. A lot of guys was mad, bro. A lot of guys was going at twisted. A lot of guys was cussing twisted out. A lot of guys was cussing their homeboys out. A lot of older guys was cussing the younger guys out who they was putting money on their books. Even the guys that wasn't even really getting no money on their books like that, they was mad about it, bro, because they never explained to them like it would actually come back on their name. I knew this, bro. That's why I never did it, bro. Anything like that, bro. Any type of scheme, I'm not stupid, bro. I'm not dumb. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got a bird brain, bro. It ain't taking a rocket scientist to figure that out, bro. If somebody's loading all this stuff up on your books, it's only a matter of time. Just like anybody using stolen credit cards out here, anything like that, bro. It's only a matter of time before this stuff come back on your name. You know what I'm saying? So it's either you just gonna make that decision that's gonna mess your books up, you're gonna jam your books up for this specific reason, but it could be a year or 2 years from now. It's gonna happen, bro. For guys who was getting out the system, bro, they'll guess what they was doing. They were loading their books up, bro. Cause guess what? When they were getting out, they actually would cash that money out. You get that cash or whatever you got left on your books. But just know that if you ever come back to the GDC, like some of these idiots do, coming back to prison, going back to prison 3, 4, 5 times, yeah, when you go back, guess what? The first thing you're gonna see, negative $300-400 on your books that you owe from the last time because your dumb ass decided that you want to come back to prison. Just like that, bro. But that was a story of that boy Johnny Boy, man. I do got more stories with Johnny Boy and Twisted, bro. I mean, in plenty of them with Twisted. Twisted always running some elaborate schemes, man. But I hope y'all enjoyed the story. Thanks to everybody again for the 10K followers, man. Big ups to y'all, man. A lot of love, a lot of peace, a lot of respect, y'all. I'm out.